we go. Wow, that was weird, you guys. My screen just went blank, so I don't know if you saw me trying to fix my computer or not. That was weird. Hi, Betty Lou. Can you guys hear me okay? Hopefully it doesn't do it again. That was really weird. It just blipped out on me. You can't hear me? Hmm. Okay, there we go. All right. Wow, that was really, really weird. Yeah, it just totally, my whole screen just went white on my StreamYard. And then I saw nothing. So I don't know what happened. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Um, I wanted to pop in and show you guys I am still alive. I did the background because I felt like doing something different. Outlaw, hello, my dear. Now I can start. Outlaw's here. Um, as you guys know, I missed my last week's live, but I've been really busy with bunnies. I've been really busy with bunnies. Mama Bunny, about 7 days after birth, she started drying up on milk. And if you all know anything about bunnies, the bunnies have to nurse for 6 to 8 weeks before they're weaned. And that mother's milk is very important because it helps their gut to get accustomed to germs and such, or you can lose the bunnies. So I have been having to bottle feed bunnies or syringe feed bunnies twice a day for a week. And I tried to do a whole bunch of research, you guys. I'm very knowledgeable on herbs for people and for dogs and for cats, but I know nothing about herbs for bunnies. So I had to kick it into high gear and try to figure out what to do for my mama bunny to get her milk flowing again. So I'm gonna touch a little bit on that, you guys. I didn't really have a special topic, but I do want to talk about um, if shit would have hit the fan, if we would have been in shit hits the fan now, my bunnies would not have made it because I did not have the stuff that I would have needed to keep those babies alive or to get mama back to where she needs to be. Um, so first of all, I want to tell you guys, those of you that buy bunnies for your kids around Easter for their first pet, I have to tell you, bunnies are not an appropriate first pet. They are a lot of work, way, way more work than I ever thought that a bunny would be. And they are way more work than cats or dogs. I am not even kidding. They require a lot of work. Their diets are very special diets. They can have massive health problems. Um, there's things that can go wrong quickly, and they're very expensive, especially where we live. They're considered exotic pets, which um, is kind of strange because they breed like nobody's business, and a mama bunny can have 100 bunnies a year easy. So why they're considered exotic is beyond me. Leslie, I got a bunny. I got one in June and one in July. So we have Maggie and Daryl, and I know you'll appreciate those names. But they had an oops. Leslie, I don't know if you knew this, but we had a litter that we did not know was coming. And she had 5 babies, and we found out she was pregnant 2 days before she went into labor. Um, and then a week after, mom dried up. So we had to get some. If you're going to stock for bunnies, you guys, if you have bunnies for pets, I'm not talking about meat bunnies, because most people, if those bunnies are sick and they lose one, they don't care. They just breed the bunny again and continue on. If you have bunnies as pets and you're stocking for your animals, a lot of people think that it's just about food and water for your animals. It's really not. There's so much more that you need to stock for your animals, you guys, to include things that if you have to take them and leave, you need to make sure that you have the leashes and the harnesses and their water bowls that are easily packed. Not just, you don't want to bring their big old refillable food dish. You need to bring things that are easily packed. But it's also things for when they get sick. Do you know what kind of medications that they can take? Because There are some people medications that dogs and cats can take, but there are some people medications that will kill them. And a lot of those medications for bunnies, they can't take any of those. There's very, very few people medications that bunnies can take, and their antibiotics. Good luck finding them without a prescription. There are a few places that you can find them. Um, Primarily at like your bird stores. I know that a lot of us have the fish antibiotics and so forth stocked, but there are specific like your ivermectin stuff that you can't get without prescription unless you have finagled a way to get a hold of it. So if you need antibiotics stocked for your pets, your best bet is to find what can your pet take and go to the like the bird online stores and order them. That's what I did for Maggie because she needed some antibiotics. She started getting GI stasis because she wasn't eating properly, because she was stressed out, because she had a litter early. So you need to make sure you have those stocked, and you need to make sure that you know the dosage for them, and you have the stuff to the syringes, the proper syringes to make sure that you can, you know, give them, disperse their medications to them, store them properly, and keep them stocked. I'm going to talk mainly about bunnies, you guys, but I will touch on the other animals. Um, One thing I do want to, I've brought up before because we have dogs too, and you guys know that, and we're actually looking at getting another puppy here very soon. But one of the things you guys need to stock for your dogs and your cats is pumpkin, canned pumpkin that is not spiced. That is something that you should have stored away for SHTF for your animals because it takes care of not only constipation, but for diarrhea for them. It works both ways and it works very well. It's very good for them. Um, the other thing is, even if you don't give your dogs canned food, if you are one of those that never gives your dogs canned food, you need to still stock that canned food. And I'm saying this because we ran into something this last year with one of our dogs that was a something rare that happens, but it does happen and it corrects itself normally. But it's called drop jaw. Okay. With drop jaw, it's exactly what it sounds like. Their mouth just hangs open. They cannot close their mouth to include to eat or drink water. So you need to make sure that you have those soft foods because if they can't close their mouth, they can't chew. So with Dizzy, it's something that corrects itself. It took about a month, but we had to take that canned food, which she had never had before, and we had to mix it with water. And she just lapped it up to the best that she could, and she just got it all over her face, all over the floor, all over her body, basically. Anything that you could have splattered on, she splattered on it. Um, but because she'd never had canned food, it caused her to get the runs. So we had to also add in that pumpkin into her food to counteract giving her that canned food that she wasn't going to be able to eat if she didn't have it. So this is something that we ran into that we never ran into before, and luckily I had already had those things stocked up so that we could fix the situation, and it did correct itself over time. But then if we go back to the bunnies, the things that they need, you guys, if you have pet bunnies, I'm not even kidding, you need to stock up a ton of baby gas drops because that is going to be your primary issues is gas bubbles for your bunnies, and it can kill them if you don't take care of it. Also the snuffles, which is what I use the antibiotics for. um, you need to make sure that you have antibiotics and or herbs. There are herbs that you can give them to help counteract the snuffles for them because the snuffles and the gas in bunnies can take them out quickly, and I'm not even kidding. And because they're exotic pets, your vet bills are a ridiculous amount. Just to be seen, because I think we have two, maybe three vets within a 50-mile radius of us that even see rabbits. So you need to make sure that you have your gas drops. Bunnies, there's also something called critical care. I highly suggest that you stock this up. It is literally all the nutrients, vitamins, everything that they need, that you give them in syringe form. If you are planning on having a litter with your bunnies and your mom bunny, your doe, dries up, um, have what's an herb called borage on hand. Um, give borage to your bunnies in very small quantities, once a day, maybe twice a day, in the evening and in the morning for 3 days, and it will get that milk flowing again. Just be very careful because it can cause issues if you give too much, and just cause issues with the tissues breastfeeding. Um, let me see. If you need to dry up your bunny because her milk is not drying up, then parsley. You can give them small doses of parsley to get their milk to come in, but you can give them larger quantities of parsley to get them to dry up if they're not drying up when they need to. So these are all things that you guys, if you have pet bunnies, you need to have on hand. If you have dogs and cats, you need to make sure you have canned food, whether you give them canned food or not. You need to make sure you have certain herbs for them. You need to make sure you have whatever people medicine like Benadryl that they can take. Um, Dog aspirin. If they end up getting feverish, you need to make sure you stock dog medicine. It is not just food and water. It is harnesses. It is portable dog bowls. It is portable dog uh, the water things so that, I mean, if you want to just take a bottle of water and dump it in the bowl, you can, but you're wasting that water if they don't drink it all. So if you can just get the ones where it measures out just what they drink, that's even better. Let me see. I missed some comments, you guys. Hi, KP. I saw you pop in, but I was on a roll, so I wanted to get out what I was saying. Johnny, are you talking about for dogs, or are you talking about the drop jaw? I do not believe it's a specific breed, but it is, you have a higher chance of getting drop jaw in pit bulls. So any breed that has any kind of pit or pit mix, they're susceptible to it, and it just happens. Just one day you'll see your dog's mouth just hanging open, and you'll be like, "What is going on with you? Why are you not closing your mouth?" It's very strange looking, but it does correct itself 9 times out of 10. And they don't always know what causes it. Sometimes it's neurological, sometimes it's infection, but most times it just happens. Oh, and I lost my camera again. Yay. All right, hold on, guys. I don't know what's going on. This is frustrating. Hold on, guys. I know. Can you guys still hear me? Oh, there we go. I'm telling you, I'm having computer issues and apparently background issues. This is frustrating. All right, well, now y'all get to see what it looks like without my lights on. Oh, well. Yes, probiotics. That is another thing that you actually also need for bunnies. It's good for dogs, it's good for cats, and for bunnies as well to make sure everything's balanced. Yep, fish oil. Very good. Yes, Fuzzy, exactly. Masks are coming back. I hope you guys are paying attention. Masks are coming back. Um, it's frustrating to see that we're about to go through this again. Very frustrating, to say the least. Um, my husband and I didn't wear masks. I think we originally did if we were around people that were sick, before we knew really what was going on. But once we realized it, we decided we're not doing this. We're not going through all this again. But they are gonna change it this time quite a bit, you guys. They're not going to do the same thing they did last time. They're not going to make it as easy to fight back as they did last time. They have learned from how things happened last time, and to sorry, I'm trying to multitask here and it's not going very well. They're going to change things from last time because we pushed back so much. Many of us pushed back a lot, and they're going to tweak it to make it harder for us to push back. They're going to make it harder for us to go shopping, harder for us to go to work, harder for us to go do things. So you need to really prepare for that. I'm trying to still catch up. I'm a little bit behind because my computer blitzed on me. Fuzzy, you probably have a lot of farm cats, I'm guessing. I'm still catching up. Hold on, guys. Oh, I love Mastiffs. I used to have a Lab Mastiff mix. I miss him. He passed away. He was like 16 years old. Okay. Um, I wanted to touch on Hawaii too, you guys. Um, I'm sure you guys are watching what's going on in Hawaii, and it's terrible. It's really heart-wrenching to see everything that those people have lost, and not any help from our officials, which I'm sure we're not surprised. The thing that's getting me, and this is my opinion, you guys may agree or not agree. The thing that's getting me with this Hawaii thing is all these videos coming out talking about dew. Okay. I know that dew exists. I believe that dew is used quite often, but I honestly do not believe it was used in this particular circumstance. And the reason that I say that is the only proof that people are putting in their videos is one blue house, one blue car, five blue umbrellas. You can't tell me on that entire island, out of all the aerial views, you guys, that there was on that entire island one house painted blue or one blue car on that island. So for them to just show one of each and say it was definitely dew because of lasers can't penetrate blue, I don't believe that. Not only that, but um, dew is affected by atmosphere. There was a hurricane going through or going by. So your weather from your hurricane, um, your moisture and your wind and uh, the rain, moisture in the air, and then the rain as well is going to affect dew if dew was used. And it's going to cut down on how well how strong it is, how pinpoint it is, and so forth. The laser are microwaves. The laser are different types of rays. I think there's like four different types of beams that they use, but every one of those beams is dispersed, is separated if it has to fight through atmospheric changes. It has to be um, very almost very calm, I guess, for it to pinpoint. Now, do I think it was negligent how they handled it? Absolutely. Do I think that maybe something could have been set up to where they didn't cut things on purpose? So if a fire started, that it did spread? I do. I think it was a land grab. I personally think it was a land grab, but I do not think that dew specifically was used for the Hawaii situation. I think that they let everything overgrow. They 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 know earlier in the day that there was a fire because a power line went down. I don't know if you guys know that either. A power line went down, caused a fire. They thought that they had contained the fire. Well, they didn't, and it spread. The alarms were shut off. It spread massively. And people literally ran into the ocean to save their own lives, their children's lives. The wind, if you have ever gone camping and you have a fire that's going out, you blow underneath the fire to kick it up again. I really think that's what happened, that the wind from the hurricane caused this fire to rapidly move, really, really hot. And when the atmosphere heats up, it creates a basically a firestorm, guys. It creates a firestorm, an inferno, for lack of better words. It's an inferno. And that's caused by, the constant blowing of the wind, the air heating up, the fire spreading, the dry debris. Then it hits the houses and the cars and the fuel and so forth. So it's just constant. And with them not being able to fight it, they should have come in from the coast. I don't know why they didn't come in from the coast. I don't know why boats didn't come in to help put that fire out. Um, I don't know, and unless it goes right back to that land grab. I'm looking at some of these funny comments. So just don't, when you see these videos and they sit there and they talk about, there's one blue car. So one person on the entire island owned a blue car. There's one blue house. So one person on the entire island owned a blue house. I don't believe it was due. Look at how the atmosphere affects due, you guys, and use your own minds to think critically. Use your own mind to do research. Do I think it was purposeful? Yes. Do I think that they could have done something more than they did? Absolutely. Do I think that they should be going and helping more now? Oh, you bet you. You betcha. I absolutely think they should be doing a whole lot more than they're doing right now to help those people in Hawaii. And I think it's disgusting um, the way that they're acting, or not acting, I should say. The other thing I want to tell you is I watched a video, and this kind of irritated me only because I love animals. When and y'all, I'm not even kidding. Y'all know I think Biden's an idiot. He says some bumbling stuff that's absolutely ridiculous. I don't think he's a leader of any kind. I believe he has dementia, but of course they are never going to say it. But when he showed up on that island and he made a comment about how hot the ground was, people are taking that one little clip and they're running with it. What they're not realizing is, watching that whole clip, he's talking about the dog's paws on the ground. So it was probably a poor choice of words, but he was literally talking about the dog's paws on the ground, on the asphalt. So make sure that if you're seeing a clip in somebody's video or somebody's short or something, that you know the whole context, because context is everything when it comes to knowing what's going on, knowing the whole story. You've got to get the context. I still think he's an idiot, but that particular time was about the dog, not about how hot the land is for people, just so you know. Yeah, Fuzzy, I agree. There was no excuse for, I think I read something about how they didn't want to make people think a tsunami was coming or something like that. That's no excuse. Any kind of warning should have been given. Any kind of warning. They can put out a warning on your cell phones that missiles are coming, but they can't put a warning out on your cell phones that there's a fire coming and coming fast. There are so many ways they could have handled that. They could have went radio, they could have went TVs, they could have went cell phones, they could have done the air alarms that they said weren't working. That there were so many ways that they could have put some sort of warning out, and they didn't, which is why I think it was purposeful in that aspect and why I think it's a land grab. And from what I understand, they wanted Hawaii to be one of the very first 15-minute cities. So I don't know how true that is. I haven't had time to dig into it with all the bunny feedings I've been doing. I haven't been able to do a whole lot of research at all. But I, from what I'm hearing, it was supposed to be one of the first 15-minute cities. And now I'm hearing also that people are being evicted, and I don't really understand why they would be evicting people that still have homes either. You guys know tomorrow night, while I'm reading through these comments, I'm doing a live tomorrow night, you guys. I know I don't always do them on Sundays, especially Saturday and then Sunday. Tomorrow night, I'm so actually very excited about this. I have a special guest, and I've been wanting to ask this person to be on my channel for a very, very long time, but I have been scared to ask. But I finally just spit it out and asked. And tomorrow night, I am going to have the Livingston Man on my channel. I think it is going to be so much fun. I am so stoked. If y'all don't know who that is, you are missing out. He cracks me up. His comments are hilarious. He's very real, very down to earth. So please, 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 you guys make it tomorrow night. It's going to be around 7:15. It depends how my computer wants to act. Um, but Livingston Man's going to be on my channel tomorrow night to chat and BS, and I'm gonna pick his brain because I know he's a deep thinker like I am, and I'm excited about it. Yes, Johnny, Livingston Man. I'm so excited. I think it's gonna be awesome. I think it's gonna be awesome. Hey, Alexandra. I hope you're doing well, my dear. I hope you are having a glass of wine and enjoying it. Great, Betty Lou. Yeah, he's gonna be here tomorrow night. I'm stoked. I want to pick his brain and ask him his opinion on things. And, um, I want to know who Livingston Man is, not just the man on the screen, but I want to know what uh, gets him going. I want to know what his interests are other than the guitar and, um, nature and so forth. So I'm pretty stoked about it. I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty excited. I'm just hoping that he isn't afraid to be himself around me because I know a lot of people are afraid to be themselves around me at first until they get to know that I'm just as kooky as anybody else. So excited about it. Yes, Johnny, it will. It will. So make sure you guys get the word out that Livingston Man is going to be on tomorrow night. Um, so you guys can troll the chat and get him laughing because I like to see him laugh. I like to see him have fun. I like to see him smile. Um, I think it's just awesome. I love it. I love getting him going and getting him to chuckle. I like saying things in the chat that he's just like, "Really?" So, yeah, let people know because it's gonna be so much fun. Yeah, Alexandra, I'm doing okay. I've been busy being a bunny mom. My bunnies had a, litter that we weren't expecting, so I've been a bunny mom. This was the, studio and the maternity ward, but the maternity ward is no longer, up here. We have moved Maggie back downstairs with her boyfriend, but she's separated, so hopefully no more unexpected litters. No more. Okay, Johnny, I'm gonna try to get that up tonight, and then I'll also post it in the community tab so that, it's in both places as a upcoming, and then the upcoming will be in the community tab. Um, October is right around the corner. October is right around the corner, you guys. I am so excited. Um, the closer it gets, the more nervous I get. I know that's really weird. Um, but I think it's going to be a blast. October meetup, if you guys don't know, we are doing the October meetup in Zuni, Virginia. And right now, I have a firearms instructor coming for you guys so that if you do not know, you can learn. If you have questions, you can ask. There's a shooting range at the meetup location, so you will be able to do hands-on practice and or training. The owner of the property has a massive amount of property where he does foraging tours there. So if you want to do a foraging tour, which my husband and I did, and it was freaking awesome, we will probably do it again because we went in, I think June last time. So this will be a fall foraging, which I think will be neat. You can bring your dogs. So if you have dogs you want to bring, please by all means bring your dogs. We will have our dogs and we will actually have our bunnies as well because we bring them both camping with us when we go. Our bunnies have harnesses and we all go camping. Hi, ABC. There's also going to be Virginia Bushcrafter is going to be there and he is going to teach something with bushcrafting, and I believe with fire skills. I might have somebody else coming. I'm not sure yet. It's to be determined, you guys. So I'm not promising this, but I may have someone there to teach basic radio so you can play a little bit with radios, but this is not a guarantee yet. We're waiting to get closer to the dates to find out for sure. And there's something else I'm missing. Hmm. Yeah, I love Virginia Bushcrafter. He is a sweetheart. I can't remember. There's something else that was gonna be there. Hey, Sergeant Deacon, how are you tonight? There's kayaks there at the meetup location that you guys can use. Um, they have I think a troll boat there if you wanna use it, but, I wanna say the kayaks are free, but the boat, there's a fee, and it's probably because they need to, replenish the gas. There are porta potties on site. There is a huge lake there that we can go fishing in, which I'm pretty excited about. There's also a river there that, if it gets too hot, you can swim in, and the water is actually really nice. We went swimming the last time we went. I don't know how it's going to be in October. I'm trying to get Mad Shad to come to do from what I hear, his awesome underwater basket weaving. So I'm hoping that he is there to joke around and do that. I'm hoping that Prepared Irishman is able to come because I really want to spar with him. It'll be really funny seeing two geriatric people sparring. So y'all will probably get a kick out of that if he's able to make it. Oh, Sergeant Deacon, ouch. I'm so sorry. Jello and ice cream for you for a little while. Ooh, that just hurts me just thinking about that. Mm. Um, Let me see. There was some other things, and I'm going to do some videos on some of the stuff that I'm talking about to give you more details on this other stuff. But I just wanted to touch on it tonight because I didn't have a specific topic. Hold on, I'm looking at my notes. I have to text myself to remember. Mm. Do you guys know that Whole Foods is now owned by Amazon? Does everybody know that? Whole Foods is now owned by Amazon. And Amazon has already built stores that are pay with your palm, um, scattered. They're in some airports, they're in some cities, they're in some bus stations. But it's a pay with your palm. Your palm is connected to an your Amazon account. So you literally don't check out. It is all um, surveillanced, so they know exactly what you are taking off the shelf and what you are putting in your cart. You put it in your own bag and you leave. So all Whole Foods now is owned by Amazon. From what I understand, by the end of this year, I want to say, or the beginning of next year, Whole Foods are all going to palm payment only. They're putting the machines in to do palm payment only. Now, I know a lot of people are saying that this is the mark of the beast. It is not, you guys. Please do not fall for that. That is not the mark of the beast. They are not going to trick you. When they talk about the mark of the beast, you will know when it's the mark of the beast. It is not going to be a deception. You will know that you are taking it or not taking it. However, this palm scan is still not good. It's still on the road of evil. Okay. Um, they will be able to track everything that you are buying based on your palm scan. They will know where you are. They will know who you are. It is stored. So be aware that that is coming. So if you are diehard Whole Foods people, if you don't want to scan your palm, you might want to find another place to shop. RF tags on the food. I have heard that, but I have not done much research on that. I've heard that there are little chips in some of the food, but I don't know if that is true or not. Yeah, Sergeant Deacon, I'm not a grocery store goer either. I hate going to the grocery store. I usually order ahead of time and curbside pickup because I cannot stand how people act in the grocery store anymore. They're mean. I cannot tell you how many times I've gone to the grocery store and had like four things on my cart, and when I'm one who leaves my cart on the end, and then I go down the aisle because I don't want to push my cart past all those people, so I leave it on the end. I will walk down the freaking aisle to go get whatever I'm looking for. I will go back, and all my stuff is out of my cart on the shelf and my cart is gone. People steal my cart all the time and it's so frustrating. So I don't go to the grocery store. If I can't carry it out, I don't want to go to the grocery store. I cannot stand it. People are terrible. They're just awful. Alexandra, I saw that video. I respect you for your choice, but truly that video hurt my heart. And I would love to talk to you about it if you're willing to or if you want to. You may not, which I'm not going to force you to. But I did watch your video and it hurt my heart. But I'm not going to expand on that anymore because I don't want to upset you because I respect you a lot for everything that you do. Yeah. Um let me see. You guys also remember that I told you back in June, July. No, I told you a couple months ago, you guys, that I went to a town hall in Tennessee, and that doctor had said that um, the next pandemic is going to be centered around RSV, and now they're talking about RSV vaccinations, and we're starting to hear RSV vaccination commercials on the radio, which I was shocked to even hear that. I've never ever heard an RSV commercial before or intercom, overhead intercom ad at the store for RSV. So beware that that's still coming. It's going to come this fall, from what I am told. They are starting to amp it up. They're starting to talk about it. They're starting to build the fear on it. So you need to make sure that you are getting your lungs in shape, that you are getting your immune system in shape, and that you have whatever medications that you need on hand to help fight that virus. So anything that you would take for bronchitis, for asthma, for pneumonia, you need to make sure that you have those medications now because if it's true and there are cargo ships that are off the coast again and they're not coming in, which I kind of suspect it is because we just went to Walmart recently and there were some things that were really low. I was surprised to see it. We hadn't gone to the store in a long time. We went in there to get coffee creamer because God knows I love my coffee. And there were some things that were low. The meat was low, the eggs were low. So make sure that you get those things now because if it continues to dwindle down, you're not going to be able to get it. And then everything is going to kick off just like it did with the COVID virus, and you're not going to be able to get the things you need. So make sure you get the things that you can. Make sure that even if it's something like Mucinex or um, uh, inhalers, the little over the counter inhalers, or um, just Vicks, things that can open up your lungs. Make sure that you get those things now while you can. So when it kicks off, you're ready and boost that immune system. Definitely boost that immune system and be ready because it's coming full force again. I'm not looking forward to it. Yeah, Alexandra, it's going to be scary. Um, it's not going to be If they tried to do COVID again, I mean, I know that they're saying that there's this new one, but we're all awake to it now. We're all awake to what they're doing. We're all awake to the symptoms, and that the biggest part of it is the fear, which kills your immune system. They're not going to try that again. This is going to be um, next level, and we don't know what they're going to do, what their next steps are going to be. Just know that they are going to go next level on this because so many people did fight back. Sorry if you guys are hearing my vape. You guys have any questions or anything you want me to talk about? I've missed a lot this last 2 weeks, and I'm more than happy to um, tell you what I found or what I've seen. Anything that I can share. Um, I didn't really have anything specific to bring up, and I will be doing more detailed videos on the small things that I have brought up. Well, Johnny, I'm not stopping you. You can. Alexandra, you're a very, very smart mom. So I am sure that your son is going to be okay. If he does get sick, I know that you know what to do. I know you know how to take care of it. I'm sure that if he has asthma, you already have your nebulizer, your albuterol, your saline. I'm sure you've already got that stuff stocked. Um, Make sure if you guys get cold medicines, you don't just get pills, you get liquids, because we did find with the COVID that the pills were not working, but the liquid did. So make sure you get a variety of both. I don't know why one worked and why the other one didn't, but the liquid knocked it out and the pills did nothing. So make sure you get a combination of both. Johnny, they're saying everything is bad. Everything they say is bad, you guys. Make sure you get double stock of. Just saying, they said ivermectin was bad. They said that quercetin was bad. So everything that they're saying is bad. Make sure you get double of, because if they say it's bad, it's probably not. Yes, I knew you probably did, Alexandra. Yeah. Well, Alexandra, you can always hit me up if you need to talk. You can hit me up and we can talk. I'm more than happy to chat with you, my dear. And if not, then have a good night and be safe. Hi, XNYC Prepper. How are you tonight? I didn't have a whole lot of specific topics. I was just coming on to let you guys know I didn't get eaten by bunnies and I'm still here. Good, Johnny. That's great. Yeah, Sergeant Deacon, that is so true. Yep, everything they tell you is bad. Everything they tell you not to do it. Everything they tell you to do, don't do it. Unless it's going to get you arrested, and then think about if it's worth getting arrested. Like they tell you don't run down the street naked. I wouldn't suggest running down the street naked. So just be careful. Um, let's see. Any other questions, guys? I'm at 48 minutes. I know I just rambled on. It was mostly bunny talk. If I had them up here, I would show you, but I've moved them down to their room. If my husband and I decide to get a new puppy, um, of course, you will be able to see it. We're hoping that we can. Um, we love animals and we're able to take care of them. So they complete our family. So hopefully that happens. I don't have anything else, you guys. I'm not barking. I almost barked for that. I'm not barking. You almost got me though. Um, don't forget tomorrow night, Livingston Man. Please be here. It's going to be so much fun. Um, talked about Hawaii, talked about Whole Foods, talked about pet stalking and palm reading or palm scanners, not palm reading. I guess it reads your palm. Don't keep all your money in the bank either. I'm still watching all that stuff pretty closely. Make sure you have tangible things. So not just some of your money out of the bank. Make sure you have other things to barter with if you need to, or if you want to stock silver, stock silver. If you can afford to stock gold. But just make sure you have a variety of different tangible things in case money is no more. BRICS is doing everything they can to collapse our economy, and so is our administration, and it's working. Um, don't be afraid of all the fear porn that's out there. Please focus on what's important. Focus on your family. Focus on getting the things done that you need to get done. Um, focus on becoming a better person with multiple skills. If you need to research now while you can. If you need hard copies of things, print things now while you can. TJ, hey, hun. I hope you're doing well. Man, lots of old faces in here. That's so cool. If I wanted to come to New York, oh, we're looking at one now. It's a little pitty puppy. It's not old enough to adopt yet, but um, we're looking at it right now. Its name is Pickles, so I think that's pretty cool. It has the face like the Little Rascals, so I think that'd be pretty cool. But it's still a baby. Good. Yes, build a library, print stuff out. If you have to have a binder, go to Goodwill. There's also a website. I know on Mike's on Hudson Valley's website on his channel, we talk a lot about the Foxfire books, you guys. There is a website, not just for that one, but for other books. Fuzzy actually suggests a lot of different books to me, and I tend to buy the books he suggests because he's very smart. But there's a website called thriftstorebooks.com. I suggest if you're looking for a book that you cannot find, you go on that website because you can buy them at a decent price, actually very cheap. And they're used books, obviously, they're thrift store, but I've never had a book that was in bad shape. And you can find the Foxfire books on that website quite often. Um, Also, the new book has come out. Hudson just had let you guys know the 5 Year After book. So that, from what I understand, is also on Audible. So check that out if you haven't read that series. It starts with 1 second after, I think one or 1 minute after, 1 day after, 1 year after, and now 5 years after. I think that's right. It might be 1 second. Anyways, very, very good book series. Please check it out. Um, Mike at Hudson Valley just let us know that it has been released, the new book, 5 Year After. So please check that out. Um, or if you don't have time to read it, it's on Audible, something like that. Now, so if you just want to do an audiobook, which is normally what I do while I'm working, um, make sure you check that out. And I can't think of anything else. So if we don't have any more questions, I'll get that link up tonight for tomorrow's live with Livingston. Oh, yeah. Johnny, thank you. I always forget to tell people, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. I'm being so shadow banned, you guys. It's not even funny. I am not even kidding. I've said some things that YouTube does not like. And just to give you an example of how badly YouTube is shadow banning me, I logged out of my own account. I searched for my video by exact title, and my video did not come up in the search results at all through pages. So they are not showing my videos, but whatever. I I'm going to keep doing what I do. They're not happy with me though, but that's fine. I've always been a rebel to some extent. Yep. Oh, actually, Johnny, military survival books. There's also a lot of good survival books. If you guys don't go to Tractor Supply, check out Tractor Supply. They have usually a little book stand that has some really good books. And some like laminated fold up cards that I literally just got one of East Coast snakes, venomous and non venomous, and of wild mushrooms. So they have things like that. They had one on on fish, but I don't really need that one. And they had one for something else. Can't remember what it was, but they're really good for different kinds of books, to include survival books, wildlife survival books, regular survival books, canning books, herb books, um, and then they have the laminated fold up cards. So check out Tractor Supply too for those things. That's really, really good to have in your bug out bag or your bug out case or just at home in general. They're not very expensive. They're like $10 or less, the cards. And I want to say the books are around $12. So those are also really good things to have. Um, yeah. Mike's Facebook page too, Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. If you guys are not aware, they share a lot of really good information. So check out his page. He is doing a class. I don't know if you go to his Facebook page, you guys, he's also doing a class. If you're up there in New York and you're not on Mike's page, I think registration is still open for a medical class that he's having. Not him specifically, but um, he's having like a medical course, hands-on medical course. That's I think CPR, first aid. Uh, I want to say a wildlife. Um, what's the word I'm trying to think of? I can't think of the word, you guys. I'm so sorry. You know, I don't usually do late streams like this. And I think AED training, I believe. So if you're in New York or in the New York area, I believe that he still has openings for his class. Check out his Facebook page. Um, okay, Johnny. Okay. So 4-person minimum. So that class is filled up, but you can schedule another. I'm guessing you can probably go through his Facebook page, you guys. But I want to do that. I've been in touch with Twitch myself to try to see next time he's down here. I want to take the course myself. So I'm hoping to get him down into my neck of the woods down here in South Carolina so that I can take his class. But it sounds like a really amazing course. And I believe it's more than one day. I want to say it's a couple days. Thank you, wilderness survival and first aid. So check him out. Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival Facebook page. Um, save. Oh, I should have had all this. I'll put it in the description, you guys. The website for Twitch's company as well. Other than that, I don't have anything else. I just wanted to check in. No more questions. No more comments. 8 people left. Don't forget to hit the like. Be kind. Be safe. Use your brains. Don't believe everything you hear. Get ready because it's coming again. I'm not going to say don't comply because to each their own. Just be safe in whatever you do and be aware. Take care of each other. And Be there tomorrow night. Okay? Be there tomorrow night. Give Livingston crap and make him laugh for me. All right, you guys, be safe and good night. Mwah.